The gentleman from Tazewell, Mr. Morefield.
Mr. Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
So I may proceed.
Mr. Speaker, members of the House, I've been serving as a member of this body for the past 7 years. And I can say without question that this assembly is made up of men and women on both sides of the aisle who care deeply for the people they represent. Many of you make every effort to not only address but provide solutions to the many challenges we are confronted with. As you all know, the economy in Southwest Virginia has suffered tremendous loss, especially within the coal fields. With thousands of jobs already lost and a declining population, we must make every effort to support diversifying the economy and protect what little economic activity that remains within the coal fields. A few weeks ago, I was standing in a line of a grocery store waiting to pay for my groceries. And directly in front of me was a young lady with two beautiful little girls. The cashier rang her items up. She pulled her credit card out to pay for her groceries. She swiped her credit card. Her credit card was declined. She swiped the credit card again, and it was declined. She got another credit card out of her purse. She swiped the card, and it was declined as well. She looked at me, and then she looked at the cashier, and she started to cry. She literally broke down into tears. She told the cashier that she was going to call her husband. She picked her phone out of her purse. She tried calling her husband, but she couldn't reach him. She told the cashier that she had to go. Several people in the line offered to pay for her groceries, but she refused and said that she could not possibly accept. As the lady was walking out, she told me that her husband was a coal miner who was recently laid off and was desperately seeking employment. He was a welder and he worked as an electrician before he'd worked in the coal industry, a very skilled individual. But due to so many jobs being dependent on coal and natural gas, he has been unable to find work, even with the skills that he has acquired. He and his wife do not want to resort to welfare. They want to work. And what I experience this woman is going through is something that is happening more and more every day. Now, I'll be one of the first to admit that our region has done a terrible job over the past several years diversifying the economy. But that doesn't mean that we can't work together to make a significant difference. As far as coal is concerned, we all understand that the term non-renewable means, and we all want to be good stewards of the environment. But we cannot sacrifice our livelihoods to replace one industry with another overnight. Yes, we need to seek out alternative forms of energy because fossil fuels will not last forever. But instead, we should focus on research and development for use years to come, because mandating such technologies and environmental policies now is greatly impacting our lives, with the middle class and the poor footing the bill through higher utility costs and food costs. Now, as elected representatives, we're pulled in several directions, often to the extreme right or to the extreme left. And this has certainly become more of an issue today than in the past. As a millennial, I feel that I have more in common with our founding fathers than most would think. And that's because we truly understand the meaning of compromise. Most of us are not so much concerned with party politics as we are with reaching a reasonable compromise to provide a better life for all of society. Not compromising one's values, but obtaining a reasonable solution to the problems we are confronted with every day. I stand before you today, and I respectfully ask this body and all of those in adopting policy that affects not only Southwest Virginia, but for the future of the Commonwealth and the future of this great nation, to please remember that compromise is not bad. It's what we were elected to do. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.